Hi there, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of June the 24th through the 30th. I am going to be pulling one card for each day, and after that I'll pull 3 cards at the end of this reading. One card just fell right out. At the end of this reading for best manifestation advice for the week. So be thinking about what is it that you would like to manifest this week? What would you like to create more of in your life? Let's get some cards down. There's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And let's work on those manifestation cards. Let's see what shows up. All right, guys, we're ready to rock and roll. So, Monday, Cancers, you guys have the Emperor showing up here. And this is just telling me that on Monday, you are taking control of something, taking charge of something, where maybe you were letting somebody else make some decisions for you, and you've realized that, you know what, they are not qualified. They may have had good intentions, but you're taking back control over that situation again. Now, look at Tuesday. We have the Empress showing up right behind the Emperor on Monday. Fantastic power couple showing up here. This just means on Tuesday, you are manifesting in those things that you really like to have in your life. And you're doing this with your more feminine energy or your more receptive energy. So this means you're letting the universe know, hey, wouldn't it be nice if, and then you're just allowing yourself to be a cooperative component as that unfolds. You're not trying to push it or force it into place. You're just letting things happen organically and letting spirit really take the lead. So we like that. That's always a fun kind of manifestation when that comes up. Very delightful, actually. And then Wednesday, we have the Strength card coming up in reverse. Now, this is not as much fun as Monday and Tuesday. Strength card in reverse means that your self-esteem is kind of taking a hit. You've probably got somebody telling you something Wednesday that makes you second guess yourself or makes you doubt yourself. So just be aware. A lot of times this card comes up because somebody is putting an idea in our ear about how we didn't do something good enough or whatever. If we look back at that situation in a more objective way, and we look at who had control of that situation, who had the most input or the most control, usually we find it wasn't us. And so how can we take all that blame? And usually what we find is it's the person yammering in our ear, blaming us, that actually had more control and more impact on the outcome. All right, so you just want to be aware that just because somebody says something that says you're, or implies that you're not anything, not good enough, not happy enough, not powerful enough, whatever, doesn't mean it's true. A lot of times they're talking about themselves more than they're talking about you. All right, so don't take that on. Don't let that hit your self-esteem. Now, looking at Thursday, we have the Moon card showing up in reverse. Now, the Moon card in reverse just says that you have a situation in your life where you kind of know that not all the information here is on the surface. There's some stuff that's being a little bit hidden, a little bit submerged, some information you don't have full access to. Now, when the Moon card comes up in reverse, this says that with that situation, some information is bubbling up to the surface without you even having to dig for it. It's just popping itself right up. And when it does, that's going to change your outlook on whatever it is that this information is tied to. So you're going to have some information come up. You're going to pay attention to it. And you may even be changing something about your trajectory moving forward once you hear that information. All right, let's look at Friday. Friday, you have the Page of Swords. This just tells me that you are learning something new or digging for some kind of information on Friday. New information is the theme there. Now, on the weekend, Saturday, we start off with the Queen of Swords in reverse. Queen of Swords in reverse means we are cutting off communication with somebody in our sphere of influence. You're not talking to me through social media. You're not texting me. You're not calling me. You're not sending messages through friends or any other way. That Queen of Swords is a hard cutoff. The only way that you're still going to be communicating with this person is if it's somebody that you're co-parenting with or somebody that you work with, And so there is some reason that you have to communicate with them. And if that's the case, the only thing you're going to be communicating about is what is absolutely necessary. And that's it. Now, looking at Sunday, we have the High Priestess showing up in reverse. High Priestess in reverse just means there's something going on Sunday that has you confused. And you know that you're confused. You're wondering what is really going on. It seems to you like there's this that's being presented to you, but then there's also what you're picking up psychically. Your gut instinct says, this isn't quite right. You're having a hard time trusting that intuition because it doesn't always come with evidence. And so we see some real confusion there. All right, great time to get a reading, actually, if this is confusion is about something important. Let's move on to our best manifestation advice for the week. By the way, guys, if you are getting something out of this video, please put a thumbs up. Share it out to the world if you think somebody else could get something out of it. And also put comments down below. I would love to hear you guys' feedback on some of these things that are showing up. Now, best advice about manifesting. 10 of clubs coming up in reverse. This just says that any responsibilities that aren't really, they're kind of busy work more than that they actually accomplish anything. It's time to put those down and drop those. Responsibilities that aren't really important. Maybe we've just been doing them because they're habitual. Maybe at one point they were important, but now they're not. Time to drop any of that stuff. We don't need to keep carrying that forward. 6 of Swords, we also want to get away from drama and chaos. Other people's drama and chaos, we're not having anything to do with it. We're moving to something that is much more calm, much more peaceful. Hierophant in reverse, this is saying we're not getting committed to any kind of big thing right now. There has to be some more information before we get committed to it. So we don't want to jump into a contract or a commitment at the end of this week. This is probably not going to be something that actually is good for us. Okay, and for some of us, this is saying get out of a contract or commitment that we got into that's not working. All right, but definitely don't get into a new one until you've got all the information that you need. And you may find that whatever this contract or commitment is that shows up at the end of the week, you may find that this is not the best thing for you and that there's some other way of handling this situation that will show up if you give it some time. Okay, so that's what I've got, Cancers. Thank you for being here. Everyone have a fantastic week. Peace out.